Monday. Trying to turn the camera around so you guys can see this red bird. They be coming over here every morning. He just flew away. He just flew away. It was like one, two, three red birds. And now the tree is hiding them. Got a golden sun this morning. Want to see if anybody was up. Rashad, what's up, bro? I don't know if you're working or if you got time to join me just for a quick chat. I know you be doing a lot, brother. I'm up early, lots on my mind, couldn't sleep. Ooh, I ain't slept in about 3 weeks to be quite honest, but I'm trying to get my mind wrapped around a whole bunch of stuff. So it's kind of where I'm at, bro. How your day going this morning? Grandest to you. Hopefully you have a great day. If you're off to work, hopefully everything goes well there and safe travel, so on and so forth. Just up enjoying my morning. I'm on the balcony watching the sunrise, and unfortunately I can't really see it to put it on screen. It's kind of like behind the building a bit, so I have to go down to be able to catch it. But hope you guys are seeing this great sunrise this morning. Oh, you chilling today? No work? I know that's right, bro. Got this fake old holiday coming up, huh? Pieces. Yes, yes. This is so relaxing when I'm out here and the sun is coming up. I can hear these birds. They just be enjoying that sunrise. You know, they're gathering their energy up for the day. Yeah, I need my sleep, sis, but I can't sleep. I'm stressed beyond belief. Yeah, yeah. I'm trying. Believe me, I've been in the bed last night. I probably got to sleep around 2. So I've been up now for about a little over an hour. So I got a couple hours last night. Yep. I wanted to do my live this morning, but I got babies here sleeping. I don't want to wake them up early. I'm up. I said I could have did my live. I be liking to do lives early in the morning, but sometimes I'd rather keep the peace. Got so much going on. Well, I did need more help, sis, like lots. But I don't want to bug nobody. I don't like bothering nobody, and yeah, I like to try to just let things do what they do. But yeah, if you have time today, let me know. I'd appreciate it. I sure didn't even get the thing you were saying last night. That's why I was trying to ask questions just because I didn't quite get it, but just a lot. So I just I would love to get that portion at least together and a couple of things. So when you got time, let me know. Let me drop the link just in case. How do you grab the link from here? I think I'm doing the wrong thing. I am doing the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't have any subject now. I do have a live plan. I don't know if I'll be able to do it today or later. Hopefully I can get my mind together. I love when I'm doing my lives and going over information and talking about things. Kind of distracts my mind mentally from a lot of other stuff. So right now, um, yeah, it's just I'm just open to conversing, and I was just enjoying my morning and decided to start a live. See who else was up with me. Nothing big. No subject, nothing, particularly on my mind. Probably be a very short video. Just wanted to chit chat. Nice quiet morning. Took a quick little walk. I came back, put my tea on. Actually, I haven't even had none. I'm just drinking some juice, but put my tea on. That's simmered. I'm ready. About to make my iced tea for the day and drink a little of that tea. And yeah, got a little running to do this morning. Around 9 o'clock. So I got about 2 hours. And pretty much that's it. Oh, I hit the mute. Yeah, I'm on my phone this morning thinking about so many different things, man. These people have us in such a place where we're continuously going through spiritual battles. I know I have been. Quite a few people that I know are as well. This is a time for like the highest enlightenment, like reaching our highest realm of spiritual enlightenment and bringing ourselves to a place of like peace and harmony with the earth and whole bunch of other things. So since that's going on, obviously we're gonna have like disruptions and certain things that are gonna come and try to disrupt whatever frequency that you are trying to frequent yourself to. And it's not gonna be that easy, So we just gotta prepare ourselves and know that the battle is not necessarily against you per se as a person, the physical personal being, but it's a spiritual battle against everything that's going on. And since we're all a part of that same nature of natural, that's kind of what's up. What's up, sis?
Grand risings, grand risings.
Grand Rising.
Nothing much, nothing much. I'm here to help anytime, anytime. Keep my phone
Okay.
on me. So.
Yo, you sitting enjoying the birds too? You was outside too?
Yes, I always come straight to the porch to watch the sun too.
Yes. That's my energy for the day. Shit, I probably
Right,
wouldn't even be making it if it wasn't for that sun, girl, because I'll be getting no rest. Lord, I ain't had no rest in weeks. I'm talking about weeks, and I be trying. I swear I'll lay down. Even when I get some quiet time, I'm laying down. I'm trying to get some sleep. It's like I can't sleep. I'm up. It's like, man, I got to try and get me some rest. I try to. Sometimes I doze off the other day. Got a couple of hours sleep in the daytime. I never sleep in the daytime. But yeah, I'm trying to get my shit together. Too much going on right now.
right. Ain't nothing wrong with a little adult nap.
Yes, I needed it. Oh
Most
Lord.
definitely. Yeah, I sit on the porch most of the day. For the most part, the sun gives me all that energy so much that once I go in the house and get ready for bed at night, um, I got so much energy from the sun that I pass out before I even know it.
Yes, I be needing that. That solar shit, especially right now. The energy of the spirit mind need to be like whew, enhanced, and that's like the only thing that do help me keep me on point, make me have that energy because I don't have a lot of appetite either. So it be keeping keep me where I need to be. Let me just say
Right.
that.
Well, your mind is rolling. You got a lot going on. Your mind is just running. And so that's the reason why you probably can't sleep lately.
Yes, I've been taking my little sleepy time tea. That helps a little bit. Well, yeah, that's about it. I think it be making me feel a little disorientated, like, my thinking be off. I did a couple of lives trying to read. I couldn't read. I can't like I could focus on the words. I could see the word even and then it still wasn't coming out right. All kind of stuff. So it's like really has my equilibrium off my my mental stagnation is like at a hill. I haven't felt like this in a long time.
Yeah,
But
I noticed the other day on one of your lives that you kept messing up your reading. Um, I figured that's probably what it was. Um, but that music did lift your spirits after you start playing the music, so that was
yes,
good.
that do it too, girl. And I said I was gonna play like a song or two, but I'm like, it just started making me feel just like you said, start lifting me up. I was getting like good energy. I was feeling good. I just kept going. I didn't even want to stop. I stopped then shit. I didn't even want to stop when I stopped. But it was getting later
I
and
know, right? It's like, and another
look,
one, and another one.
okay,
I
and
was
another
like,
one,
keep
and another
jamming,
one.
sis, keep jamming.
Okay.
I was rolling my hair up on rods that day,
Mhm.
so
They
it
used
worked
to
out
do like,
perfect.
hey.
Yes, it made me roll my rods up faster.
Yeah. All the stuff
Mhm.
going on, man. We got to just really be like getting on point. These birds just keep landing right here. This red bird just left. He was so freaking pretty. It'd be like 4 or 5 of them. I don't know if it's a family of them or something around here, but they be out here every freaking morning. Morning, Ralph. Peace and love. Now it's a crow done came over here. Oh Lord, he done scared the robins away. He big too.
Yes, yes.
So I have yeah, we gotta like really be on point. These people trying to do all this stuff with our food. I just keep thinking about this food and stuff. I don't know if that's why I'm be having an appetite. I'm scared to eat food, like like nowadays everything is like so tainted. It seems to be really nothing organic or natural. Um, because since I moved here, I haven't did any type of like gardening. I don't even know how. Even if I did, say if I had the space to, I don't even know much about gardening here. Texas is so different. It's so dry here. It's a lot of heat and the ground. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't even know
Right,
about the vegetation in this area. Hey, sis, I
right,
figured
right.
you may have been up as well, doing your do, girl. Have a good day, sis.
Well, when you live in apartments, the best thing to do is put you some pots on your balcony and grow out of your own pots. That way, you're not working with the ground
Hmm.
of there. And then you also want to use the Farmer's Almanac. The Farmer's Almanac. There's a calendar in the Farmer's Almanac website, and if you go to the Farmer's Almanac
Right.
website, you'll see there's a calendar in there
And to
called Best.
tell you, sis, see this is why I tell you my mind be off. You so when you said as soon as you said farmers market calendar, I'm like, oh my God. I was watching a farmer last year, and he actually put
Hmm.
the link for the thing saying telling you when you're supposed to plant, how much to
Right,
water, all of that. That's crazy.
right.
You said that you got to. Oh, I'm so glad you reminded me of that. See.
Yes.
And that's
So
been
go.
that's been like a year ago, and I haven't even thought about that. I could have had me some stuff growing by now. I remember
Oh yeah.
watching the video, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that." Forgot all about it, and then now you mentioned it a whole year later. I'm just not remembering.
Yes. The Farmer's Almanac has a
Mm.
calendar on the website called Best Days, and if you go to their Best Days, um, and you pick the best days, it'll tell you the best days to plant and the best days to weed and all kinds of stuff. I
Right,
use it
right.
too. Also when I do hair because it tells you the best day to trim hair for growth, and it tells you the best day to trim hair to not grow. So I use that a lot, in my profession as a cosmetologist because,
Mm.
women wanted their hair to grow and men wanted their haircuts to stay longer. So
You
I
know
would
what?
cut women's hair on the best days for growth and men's hair on the best days to stunt the growth.
That's why we were supposed to do the hair video. Sis, you remember last year sometime I said, "Sis, I got to do a
Yeah.
hair video. I want you to come in so we can talk about the stuff from your perspective of a cosmetologist." Remember? And
Yes, yes.
Dee Dee wanted me to do one. And I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Still ain't did that. See, see, see. And
Yeah.
that's an important one because it's not only so much about the cutting, but just about the hair itself. I definitely want to get into the information on that with the ether and how it affects us, it's connected. all this other
Right.
stuff. So that's something I definitely want to get into. And especially this is a good time of year. People are out, you can do certain things in here. You don't mind if it's wet, stuff like that. So yes,
Hmm.
yes, sis, I'm definitely gonna do that. I've been promised Dee Dee we gonna do it for months. And it's like
Right.
every time I say I gotta get Alma, because she a cosmetologist and she could talk about the stuff, from y'all perspective or whatever. So yeah, we
Right.
definitely gotta do that. I ain't gonna forget, sis.
Yes.
You
Yes.
pick up here
And
again.
yeah, when you're farming and when you're wanting to
Remember.
plant your garden, a good thing to do with that almanac, that farmer's almanac too, there's a region section on there also. Um, so it shows the United States map and it tells you what region that you live in, based on that map. And according to that region is the best way to plant and to take care of your plants. Um, um, but yeah, the best time to buy stuff for your garden is at the end of the year when it all goes on sale. And go ahead and grab your pots and your soil and everything at the end of the year when all the stuff goes on sale. And then put it away and save it for the next year because the best time to plant is after the last frost, of course, in your region. And then you go ahead and start using that stuff then. That way you
Wait,
got it
so
on
real
discount.
quick, since you said that, we could talk about a little of that stuff because you know a little of that farming stuff. So when it comes to that, you said the best time to plant is in the wintertime. Now, I haven't done anything like fruits or vegetables or anything. Even when I was at my house, I never did that. I used to have a lot of rabbits and stuff in the yard, and that was in New York. But
Right.
with the herbs and stuff, they would grow pretty quick. And I usually would start them like as soon as it started getting kind of nice, like springtime. But that was in New York, like I said. So I used to do the same thing all the time. So you're saying that when it comes to planting like seeds for stuff like I'm assuming you're talking about like vegetable like greens, maybe like rooted stuff, anything with roots and stuff. You want to do that in the after the frost and you don't want to start like once it start getting nice. Is that what you're saying? Say that specifically because that's pretty
Yes.
good info.
Yes, you want to try to start at the last frost. And I know sometimes it's hard to figure out when the last frost is because it'll trick us and come around and it'll freeze again. But if you start at the last frost, do it inside the house. Go ahead and start planting it inside the house when you think it's the last frost. And like I said, sometimes it'll trick us, and another storm or frost will come along, or another freezing day, freezing morning will come along. But if you start it in the house, you'll know for sure that last frost is gone. It'll start warming up. That new year, springtime. Then you take it outside to the balcony so it can get some fresh
Oh,
air.
so you saying
So
start it
you
in the house?
Yes, start your planning in the house around the end of March. Around the end of March, the middle of March, and some people start in the house like around the end of February. So if you
Okay,
can
so
start it,
that's what I do, sis. That when I'm saying I'm thinking right before it get warm. So in New
yeah,
York, we have like a long winter there. So
right.
I would do it like February, March. So I'm thinking when you're saying the end of the frost, why I'm thinking like sometime around Halloween or something like that. I'm thinking like getting it ready for the next year. So that's not
Oh
what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah. That's what I was saying about the start purchasing your soil and your pots, buckets, whatever you want to grow stuff in.
Okay.
I tend to like to buy the buckets, the 5-gallon buckets. And I plant in the buckets. I save potatoes that I purchased and let them go ahead and start rooting. And
Right.
yeah, those potatoes that start rooting, or that onion, I'll cut it down and leave the root bottom, and and start growing the roots, with water with those onions.
Now you
And
know what I have done? I've taken the onion and taken like a plain water bottle and then like cut the onion and then the it'll start growing like inside the bottle and it'll grow like multiple onions right inside a little water bottle. And you can have like a
right,
whole bottle of onions. Now that's like one of
right.
the easiest things. And like you said
Yes,
with the potatoes, I have done the potatoes. I haven't done them recent, but I did them before. I actually used a tote bucket. My ex had put some holes in the bottom of the bucket, and then I
right.
just planted it in there or whatever. And I had a bunch of the red potatoes, and I had some russet potatoes on one side, and they
Yes,
sure grow quick too.
yes, they do. They start vining. They start vining. The vines start spreading. And like I said, just buy everything in the fall because it's on sale,
Hmm.
and then keep it till February, end of February, beginning of March. Start it in the house, and then transfer it outside, and keep it in the bucket. That way, it stays safe. You don't have to worry about transplanting. You don't have to worry about weeds or anything to the most part.
That's right.
And just like I said, like you were talking about from New York to Texas, it's a difference. So use that
Yes,
farmer's almanac and go to the region and see what your region prefers you to do, what, when to water, when to start taking them outside. That farmer's almanac is very, very useful. And you use that and go by the best days calendar.
yeah, I'm mad I'm not like settled or like I want right now because that's really why I have it. Because I probably would have tried knowing me to see what I could have did on the balcony. Even though I wasn't familiar with everything, but I didn't really want to waste my seeds, only because I think they so valuable right now.
Right.
Um, Indigenous 50 peace, brother. Peace, Suzanne. We was talking, sis. I didn't want to shout you out, but peace, peace, Grandest, sis. But yeah,
Grandest, everyone. I can't see the chat, but Grandest, everyone that's come in.
there's Rashad, Elizabeth, Suzanne, and Indigenous 56 Ace, and a few others.
Grandest,
But
Grandest.
peace to y'all, Grandest, everybody up, ready for this great day, this getting some of this beautiful sun. I hope since you guys are up so early, if you've had a chance to go out and get at least 5 minutes of that sun rising, it's the real energy when it's coming up right now. I've told you guys over and over, this is the energy. And right now, this is the best time for us to be taking it because we need it. We're going through a lot. Our bodies are going through a lot, whether you know it or not. You may even be going through some things. I have a sister that's going through stuff right now. A lot of it is like spiritual battles that we're going through, and then a lot of it is the change in what's going on in the atmosphere because that affects us. The solar, the planets were aligned the other day. We've been going through that for about a year. Them going into certain alignments with certain things, and the sky actually being lowered a little bit. There's a lot going on with the ether, so that definitely affects the physical body. It makes changes and makes alterations in a lot of things. So sometimes you may get like certain things you're going through physically, on top of the spiritual stuff. The spiritual stuff definitely affects the physical. Sometimes, especially if you're weakened in certain areas, you're not eating right, you're pulling in a lot of things you should not be eating meats, and you're not getting live foods, you're taking in a lot of GMOs, you're eating fast food. These are the things that you should not be doing, at least at this time. Try to take some time to focus on, what's best for you, what's good for your mind, body, and your soul, the combination, because right now everything is being affected. So we got to make sure we are just in a place to be receptive to the things to come in the right way. We want to make certain changes and things that are going on within our body to be affected naturally and to not have things that are opposed to it. When you have a lot of these different things in you, chemicals and meats and all these things, they really can like tie you down more to the physical. So now you're victim per se to everything that's going on in the physical because your system is already weakened. Your physical component has certain things that decreps it from what it needs to do to be fundamentally um moving in the right ways, because there's your cells, they literally have to function correctly. So if there are blockages or different things in there, you're going to have blockages in places that you're not even aware of, and you're like, oh, what's going on? Why am I feeling like this? Oh, my body. Run into one of these witch doctors for them to tell you it's this or that, so they can give you something and make you sicker. So listen, just try to stay on point, y'all, and make sure that you are keeping yourself in a space that is receptive to everything good that's going on, because we have a lot of things going on. Great Risings, Patrick. What's going on with you, brother? Have a great day. Yes, yes. We're up and ready.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all noticed. I know a lot of us don't really watch the news much anymore, but they had discussed about those cows that they piled up in Kansas. That all they woke up one morning and found all of them laying dead. Here recently, um, in Kansas, and yesterday, well, they reported that I want to say the end of last week about the cows piled up in Kansas dead. We still don't know what they're going to do with those cows, if they're going to feed them to us or what.
Mm.
But they're industrial cows for um, to eat.
So
Um,
what did they say the reasoning was, sis? Hold on. What did they say something's going on? Did they say what's going on with that? What's up? What did you hear? Or
um,
they just said it and left it at that? You know how they do either way.
yes, they just said that they found these cows one morning all dead, so they took and they piled them up, and I want to say it was like 5 or 6 piles of cows, piles that they rounded up and put in piles. Um, so yesterday I noticed there was a mention that there is a bio lab about 30 miles away from those cows.
Oh,
Now
it
I don't
is.
know if they used that some some sort of, you know, um uh I don't know if they used the biolab chemicals on those cows to test or
Or
what they
when you
did.
said that, you know what my first mind said? They probably, since there's a biolab there, they probably have released something either in the air or in the water in the area. So because of that, the cows probably have gotten contaminated by something.
Correct.
Yeah, so that's what it sounds like. So they, like you said, you don't know if they're gonna just chop them up and feed it to you guys, or you know, who knows? Maybe this is not a good time to be eating beef, guys.
Yeah, so they're trying to create a food shortage between that and the manufacturing plants that are been catching fire all of a sudden. I want to say there's like about 16 plants in the United States that have caught fire, and there are also several plants in other countries that are closing or have been demolished or some type of, demolition of getting rid of these meat plants.
And even and just to verify, the farms, not only the meat guys, the farms, they have closed a lot of farms. They just went and closed these people down. Like, hey, we don't
Yeah,
need you any longer. Because what they're doing is creating all this GMO stuff. We
right.
got to be so, man,
Yeah, you
we got
got
to
to
just
be
be
very
so
careful
aware.
because I know last year the government was paying farmers to pave their land or put rocks on it. They tripled their pay in order for them to destroy their crops. So that's another thing to look into to understand that they're trying to create a food shortage. So on that note,
Peace,
suggestions of
brother. Peace
getting
to you.
fresh water and get keeping that together, suggestions of getting perishables, canned goods, MREs,
Dry
you know,
goods, dry goods. Get plenty
dry
of dry
goods.
goods. Nuts.
Yes,
Nuts aren't that great. I love nuts, but if try to keep some nuts. Nuts are very good for protein. So you can have a couple of them a day. Make sure you're getting protein in your body, stuff
correct.
like that. Beans are very good for protein. Building your muscles and things. So make sure you're getting a lot of different beans. I don't know what type of beans you like, but beans are very good. So if you get to a point where you're making sure you're trying to eat little and just making sure you're keeping yourself sufficient, these are the type of foods you want to have around. The stuff that's going to nourish your body the proper way. A lot of different herbs and stuff. Freeze dry them. Stuff like that. Put them in mason jars. Seal them up tight.
Yes, yes. The food saver, um, mason jars, um, you know, uh, Patriot foods, anything like dry goods that you can keep for a long time. Um, you definitely want to go ahead and grab some seeds, uh, all kinds of stuff because it's so much going on out here. You have to pay attention to the language that they're using to understand what's going on around us, so that way we're not caught.
Peanuts will
Um,
shorten your life. Wait, hold on, sis. He said Elijah said I never heard that. Elijah, you talking about Elijah Muhammad? He said that peanuts will shorten your life. I'm not really sure. Peanuts have a lot of protein, so I'm not really sure about that, brother. I hadn't heard that before. I've never heard anything negative about peanuts. Peanuts produce protein like crazy, so I'm not sure. I hadn't heard that, but I'll look into that and bring it up if I could recall at another time. But I've never heard that. Peanuts are good. Walnuts are really good. Black walnuts, those are my favorite. They're really great for protein. They have a lot of nutrients. They have a lot of immune building proteins in them, things of that nature. But peanuts, I did say peanuts, but nuts in general. Almonds, macadamia nuts, all of those. But I do eat peanuts too, so I'm not sure, bro. And
yeah,
even if you're doing stuff
peanuts.
like dry, like flour, cornmeal, stuff like that, the best thing to do is like put that stuff in like the freezer for a day or two, take it out, then, make sure they don't have any type of bugs or anything in it, and then store it. Don't just, store it like from the shelf or whatever and put it, thinking you got it. Make sure you're getting that stuff taken care of, unless it's the
Oh, most
hybrid lab
definitely.
made stuff.
Yeah, because
Yeah, because
that
it's a
if you put
lot
it
of
in the
hybrids.
freezer, all the if there's any meals in it, they'll come up to the top.
Then they got the chickens, guys. If you guys remember a couple of months ago, I hope you don't forget about it. That they said by the end of the year, all of the chickens should be vaccinated. So they're trying to vaccinate all the chickens. So I don't know how safe chicken or eggs would be. you know, um,
That's crazy. I'm glad I got a chicken connect.
you kind of low. Say that again, sis.
I said that's crazy. I said I'm glad I have a chicken and egg connect
Okay.
because I haven't heard about the vaccination of chickens. Now I did hear
Sis,
that they
yes.
were saying something about. Now y'all gonna think this is absolutely insane. I seen the other day them report on the news that it's not good to cuddle with your chickens right now because chickens have a virus going
Girl,
on.
stop. Stop.
Yeah,
Stop, bestiality. Get back, you demon.
man.
No, they didn't say that.
Yes, yes. That's exactly what they said. It was on Fox News. It was on Outnumbered with the black lady. I forget her name. And yeah, they were saying not to cuddle with your chickens. And she was saying something about her daughter had loves chicks, baby chicks, and she loves to kiss animals. And I'm like, no, that's not what we
Stop.
do.
That's not what we do exactly.
That's
Yeah,
not what
that's
we do.
that's why. I swear I don't know why people think that they love to be like we're the same and this and that. It's just so sad that they so delusional into even believing that. Even the thought of that, like just in a normal person, a Indian person, I would say there's no way we would be cuddling with animals, kissing animals, having them as our friends, things of that nature. Those aren't the things we do. Maybe they have a dog or they might have a cat or something. Some people are affectionate with, dogs or cats because those domestic animals we've been trained to think are, just like our family. And that's fine. But anything outside of that, pigs. I mean, they have pigs. They'll have all these different animals, guinea pigs, and like I wouldn't even want anything resembling a rat around me. Like it's, I don't know. It's crazy. We don't get into that type of stuff. Period.
Period.
It's
I
that's not our
mean,
thing. It don't even sound cute.
it's weird. They have the oddest domestic. They're wild, but they turn them into domestics.
Mhm.
Um,
Pet
and
goat.
then yes, raccoons, everything,
Oh
skunk,
Lord.
man. Just it's ridiculous.
Right. We that but yeah, that the that chicken thing I mentioned again, guys, don't forget. Y'all y'all sleep on that if y'all want to. Go back. The live is on my page, giving all the details and the information. They literally said they will be vaccinating all of the chickens. So this food
And
thing is real. You know, they already been giving problems to the truckers. They already raised the gas and diesel up to I don't know how much. So it's kind of hard right now for a trucker to even take a job because it has to be worth it for his gas, so on and so forth. So that's causing a problem with them, with delivering and taking stuff places.
yeah, I seen a TikTok on a trucker the other day, and he was saying he left the California um, port, and he said when he got there it was empty. He didn't understand why it was so empty. There were not
Mm.
very many containers there to pick up. And when he went to speak to one of the guys that worked there, they said that the other countries have stopped sending meat. So, it's happening. They're trying to stop the meat. So, yeah, pay attention, look all that stuff up we're speaking on, and you'll find it.
That's
Most
right,
definitely,
brother.
you'll find it.
Get you some beans and rice. Good to go.
Yes, get you. I'm talking about a 20-pound bag of rice. Get you like the big bag. It's worth it because I mean it
Yeah.
lasts for months.
We got to
I
start
like.
learning to siphon ourselves as well. That's why it's good to do fasting. Fasting is good spiritually, it's good for your physical, and it's great when it comes to helping you to manifest things when you're putting in that work. Fasting will help or assist your body with becoming accustomed to not needing so much food. I tell you guys all the time, food is really not a great necessity. Let me just say it like that. Me personally, I believe that food actually is something that holds us down more to the physical, taking you further away from the spiritual. So the more you're consuming yourself with, I'll say gluttony, or putting things inside yourself that are like far away from enhancing you, like electronic foods, foods that actually give you electricity to your body, stimulating to your nerves and your system, and helping your acids function right, then you're going to have a better mental state. So therefore, you're going into a better spiritual aspect. So food definitely can disconnect you from the other side. I'll say it like that. So this would be a good time for you guys to start trying to practice it. Not eating as much. Eating one time a day really is sufficient. Drinking, having you're sunbathing in the morning so that you're edifying yourself in your physical, literally the physical energy from the sun early morning gives you proteins and things, and it'll keep you from being hungry. And if you get in the practice of that, it will help you to start learning to stagnate your body from things that it doesn't need. Just try to eliminate some of these things. Try, even if you are used to eating the 3 meals or something a day that they try to tell you 3 meals a day, they butcher that shit into your head because they want you to keep filling yourself with this damn food. But you can start by in the morning, having something like a warm tea, some juice, have a piece of fruit, and kind of leave it at that. And then have your one meal maybe around 1 or 2 o'clock in the day. In the evening time, have your snack or something like some nuts, some more fruit, make your salad, eat some vegetables, cut up maybe some peppers and some tomatoes, some cucumbers, put your little salad dressing, a little vinaigrette or something on it, have that for a snack, in the evening, make that your the last thing you're eating, something that's going to be beneficial to your body. If you're doing things like this, it's definitely going to help you in more ways than one. I can say that. Brown rice vanished from out the supermarket, so it's not the one who goes there. Yeah. Black rice is good too. You can order black rice. It's very, 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 very rich in proteins,
I love black
and
rice.
everything. Yeah. So, you probably do better ordering it, brother. Brown rice and black rice is very good. So, check out that.
Anytime you're shopping for stuff, always look for the things that is in our color. Because when you look at white rice, white sugar, white salt, all of that stuff has been bleached. So you want to go with natural salt, like a Himalayan salt, a pink Himalayan salt.
Hmm.
You know, we
Purple
have
salt.
pink in our skin.
They
Yeah, they
give
got
different
purple
flavors too.
salt
So good.
from the Himalayas. They got purple salt, pink salt, because the Himalayas border like what, 3 countries, and all 3 countries produce a different salt out of the Himalayan mountains. Black rice, like Sis was saying, you got raw sugar. Raw sugars are color. You want to look for all that natural stuff that's alive, basically. Because everything else that they serve is dead. Like Sis was saying, do you a fruit juice, a fruit, some nuts, a salad, you will notice a big change in your body and your mental if you go the natural way of eating instead of the fast way through a drive through.
Right.
That food is dead. So you gotta look at it as if this food is alive or if this food is dead, the best way to eat. And
Yes.
you'll notice a big difference, and you become lighter, you lose weight, um, all that good stuff. And a lot of us don't realize that we have eating disorders that we were raised on. Sit at that table and don't leave that table till you finish eating. And we still have that mental in our head that we have to finish the entire plate, which is not necessary. You don't need all of that food, especially if you pile your plates up with food. It's not necessary to eat all of that, no matter how small, how big you are. You know, Eating a full plate of food is unnecessary. Some people's plates could last them 2 days when they eat it in one sitting. Um,
You know what that comes from? A lot of times, I believe people have picked up these habits that some of our ancestors may have had from like the times when it was hard to get food, or they have went through times of tribulation, so on and so forth. So a lot of times people like, oh, when I eat, I want to make sure I'm full. I want to get full. I want to get full. You do not want to get full. That's one of the other big or the larger misconceptions. I know you guys hear me say this a lot because this is so factual. You do not want to eat to be full. What you want to do is eat not to be hungry. When you're eating something, I don't care if someone's made a meal for you and they're sitting in front of you, you don't have to eat everything, like she said. You sit there and you eat once you feel that you are satisfied within yourself and you're not hungry. That's really the only time we should be eating. We shouldn't be eating because, oh, it's time to eat. Oh, it's dinner time. Or how is it a time to eat? Your body is on its own system. So if it needs something, your nourishment, you're gonna know. That's first off. So there's not a specific time that you should be eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, these particular names or labels that they're putting on these times to make your mind lock into this is something that you need to do. This is something that is, I'm supposed to do this. It's a necessity to have breakfast. You need breakfast to get your no, no. All that's a total freaking lie. So when you're sitting down and you want to make something sufficient in your belly, the only thing you need to do is put something in it to fill it. When you ball your fist up, that is the largest size that your stomach really is. Like anything other than that, you're stretching it out of proportion. So if you ball your fist up, right, and you look at some food, you should not be eating more than that at any one setting, period. Anybody, a child, an adult, I don't care. Nobody. Children, their stomach is about the same size, believe it or not. That's why a lot of times they look like they got little fat bellies. But yeah, your stomach is no bigger than your fist. So now when you're eating that food, right, and you see like, wow, I done ate more than that, immediately you should know like, okay, I'm doing too much. But as soon as you're eating and you're not feeling hungry anymore, you can feel that your stomach has some type of satisfaction. Stop. Put it up, shit, save it for tomorrow. If you spent your money on it, I don't know, whatever you're doing, stop eating it. You have to make sure that you are letting your body know that mentally you also have the control over it. I'm able to control my consumption. I'm able to find myself edified through other things, taking, like I said, taking in the sun, making sure you're pulling in certain nutrients. If you're eating like proteins and like um fruits and things of that nature, maybe make you a smoothie, anything that's going to be sufficient, you're going to be satisfied. So try to get into the habit of doing that.
Yes, yes, yes. Because a lot of us, another thing we gotta pay attention to or try to put in our mental is that when we eat all that junk and fast food and you order and all this stuff just to make yourself you feel like enough food to fill you up, you got to realize and put in your mental that after you ate that you're full of shit.
Definitely full of shit.
So stop being full of shit and eat good stuff. Eat good, nutritious food that's alive. So you can tell yourself, I'm satisfied with my life because I just ate life, and you're satisfied with what you ate instead of being full of shit.
Exactly.
So
Because
that's
keeping
another
in
thing
mind
to put in your
anything that
mental.
isn't the same as you are, right? We're a plant-based body, right? So
Right.
just think of it like this. Since we're a plant-based body, guys, you have to remember that anything that you put inside you that is not plant-based, your body's going to immediately start to eliminate it. So, like sis said, you're literally like full of shit. So all of those things that are inside of you that aren't a part of you, your body has to take and run it through that long old system. And when you're thinking about things you're eating that are electronic foods to your body, vegetables, fruits, and things of this nature, they are water soluble. So they're part of you. They're plants, roots, all of these different things, herbs. All these things are photosynthesis. So when you're eating these things and consuming them, the only thing your body is doing is taking the electricity out of it, and everything else is being dissolved. If you ever seen like your fruit or something, say if you had something maybe in the refrigerator, or you might have cut a pepper or anything, and then you put it in the refrigerator, it might have been behind something or whatever. I've seen like a onion or something, I might have dropped it or something and it got old in there or something. But I've seen herbs that I've had in a package, and I guess the moisture messed the herb up and it got like wet. So when you think about that, it looks like the solvent, it liquefies basically into your body. So when you're taking in these electronic foods, everything is zapped right out of it once you consume it. Everything that you need for the nutrients, the electrolysis, everything, the photosynthesis that was in the particular herb or what have you, that is all pulled into your body. And the rest of it is water soluble. So your body is mostly water. It dissolves instantly. You don't have to go through this process of, working it all through your system, this and that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big difference when you're putting all these things in your body that actually weigh you down, that are heavy laden to your body. That's important to know.
Yes, most definitely, sis. And
And
another thing, we got our seven chakras. And if you pay attention to those seven chakras, the very top chakra or the most high chakra is your pineal chakra, which is calcified through a lot of these foods. Um, my suggestion is stop fluoridating yourself. Find you a mouthwash. Stop rinsing with the water from your faucet. Also, get you a toothpaste that's non-fluoridated. um, and buy you a boar toothbrush that's made of wood with boar bristles, because the bristles on a regular plastic toothbrush is also not good for you. So that's the first thing we do in the mornings is we get up and we brush our teeth. So when we brush our teeth, we're brushing with fluoride toothpaste, and we're using the fluoride water to rinse our mouth out with. And we're using the plastic toothbrush that's made out of, who knows, it could be made out of recycled plastics for all we know. And we're using all those things and we're calcifying our pineal gland. So my suggestion is use a boar wooden toothbrush with boar bristles on it, and also get you some non-fluoride toothpaste, all natural toothpaste. My favorite is Tom's,
Burt Bees.
and Burt Bees,
Burt Bees has
and
the charcoal one. as well, charcoal is really good. You can actually make your own toothpaste. I keep saying I'm
Yeah,
gonna do it. I
most
gotta do a
definitely.
build on some of this stuff too, because like a lot of this stuff you can make on your own. You can make your own deodorant. You can make your own toothpaste, guys. I'm gonna say it right now so I can make sure I remind myself to do it.
I can
I'm
give you a
definitely
toothpaste recipe now.
okay.
So
Go ahead.
you want to you can get you some baking soda, put it in a container, and douse it with a little peppermint oil, and there you go. Period. Period. Two ingredients. So baking soda and douse it with peppermint oil or one of your favorite, you know, fresh oils that you would like to use. And you dip your toothbrush in that powder on a daily basis from your container and keep it moving and
You can use
decalcify your pineal
activated,
gland.
the activated charcoal. That's what I use. Activated charcoal is really good. You could mix it with the baking soda, if you want to, or the baking soda by itself. Like she said, the baking soda is really good for the whitening of your teeth, and the activated charcoal is too. You can even do the oil pulling, guys, with coconut oil. It's the same thing.
Hmm.
To get your mouth right. So there's a lot of different things we can do that help us in beneficial ways versus these people trying to destroy us. you know.
Right,
So
right. And once you decalcify that pineal gland, just by those few steps that you do in the morning, you'll realize a lot of stuff. You'll pay attention to a lot of stuff because your mind is more open to things. Um, hold on, somebody's shooting in my neighborhood.
mm,
Okay. So yeah, you can open your mind to a lot of things when you're not you decalcifying your mind in the beginning of your day. Um, that'll help out too. Yes, we got to stop rinsing with that faucet water. You got to be careful. Watch that water because these municipal plants are contaminating the water not only with fluoride, but I heard also cobra venom is how people are catching corona. The crown of a cobra is a king, and also that venom is what was spread through the water, make everybody catch the crown, and then not to mention that they were healing people with remdesivir, and remdesivir is snake venom. Um, it's a snake venom medication that if you get bit by a snake. So look these things up. Don't just take my word. Look it up. You'll see. So we have to be careful with that water. And we wonder why people are sick for so long.
hmm
And that's because they're brushing their teeth and using that water to rinse. Find you a mouthwash and rinse. Don't use that water. Only rinse your toothbrush off with it and let it air dry. Or use rinse your toothbrush off with peroxide. That'll help too. And you can also wet your toothbrush to brush your teeth with
Hold on. Bro
peroxide.
said, does baking soda cause your gums to recede? I don't know about that, brother. I hadn't heard that. I can check it out or look into it. Do you know anything about that, sis?
No, I haven't heard anything about that, but I can look into that too.
I have seen people where their gums are like way back or like their teeth kind of protruding. I wonder if that is from that. That's a good question, bro. I'm not sure about that, but
Mm,
I suggest to be honest,
I don't
I'm not sure if you're
know.
not really sure about that. Just use the same thing with the activated charcoal there. You can get the activated charcoal powder and put you could put any type of oil in it, the mint oil, coconut oil, use that, and you're good. So
Some people just have that problem. I don't necessarily believe that
it's
it's
like
from baking
degenerative.
soda. Yeah. Some people just have that problem. I don't think it's necessarily from baking soda. A lot of people that I see with that problem have mouth issues that I don't believe that they even brush. Some people are just cool with getting up and going
He said
without
he was like
brushing.
sharpening it.
Um, I know several people myself that I keep offering mints to that don't want to brush and have halitosis. And I wish they stopped talking to me sometimes.
Tell me about it.
I'm gonna
Be
need
like,
you to
hey, no, let me stop.
hold that thought.
They be loud and shit. Look, they be trying. It's like they know that shit funky. They'll be like, they be yelling,
Man,
hey, girl,
I'm
come
gonna need
on,
you to
close your mouth,
hold
girl.
that thought because your breath is louder than your mouth. What you
Mm,
saying?
I
Mm,
smell
mm,
you
mm.
before I hear you.
What you said, girl. Woo.
Oh Lord,
I'm gonna need you to go handle it. And they act like they don't even know, like they don't know what you're talking about. Oh, and then they have the nerve to turn the gum and the mint down. It's like, no, you need this.
girl, please take it. And it's like, but you know what? I think a lot of times when people, just like sometimes when people have funny odors about themselves. Oh my gosh, I had a friend that had her guy. He had this odor. I don't even know
Is
what
it
it is. It's
her
just
guy?
from her guy. I could tell if if she had recently, like, said she was with her dude or whatever, and then me and her out or something, or we done met up or something. I could tell if she was recently with her guy, because that old is I can't even describe the scent.
I
I,
know
I
exactly
don't
what
want
you're
to say it
talking
was
about.
really funky. It wasn't so much real funky. It just was an odd, weird odor. So certain people have odors in their body. You know what I'm saying? It's the oils that their body carry, and it's certain carrying the certain things that come out of them. Most of the time, it's from a certain food. Sometimes people just have that, and I don't know what it's from, but it is a chemical imbalance in their body, and
Yeah,
it's like certain odors, and it's like they're so used to it they don't smell it. That's one of the problems. It's not like
man.
the mouth thing. I don't know, there's no way they cannot smell it because it's like right there at your nose. you like, come on. But with the
I know
body
exactly
odors,
what you
if a
mean.
person get accustomed to it or used to it, they're gonna think it's normal. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Especially if it's something that's they've always had because it's their body's odor. So it's certain
okay,
people that have these certain chemical imbalances that have that odor, and it's like, what is that stench? You don't know what it is. It's a weird. It's almost funky, but it's not quite funky sometimes. It's like,
man. Let me tell you a story. I'm gonna try to make it brief.
use the H
But when
words
I
and
was
P
in
words all in their
Georgia,
face, okay?
I used to like to shop at this store called Food Depot. And I would get up early and go, so I don't have to fool with the crowds. But anyway, long story short, I'm in the Food Depot one day and I'm shopping, and I had a cart load. I mean, it was loaded. I don't know what I had going on, probably a barbecue that weekend. But anyway, I'm almost done. I always shop for my frozen stuff last because you don't want to walk around in the store with frozen stuff. It'll start melting. So I'm in the freezer aisle. I'm about to get the last of my stuff, and I smelt this odor. And I'm not good with odor. I cuss. I cuss real foul. My mouth gets real foul when I smell foul.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's a demon. No.
I'm in there early, and so there's not many people in there, and it's so like an echo, and all of a sudden I just yelled out the F bomb. What is that smell? Oh my God. I thought it was the store. I thought a rat or something, some kind of animal got in there and died. I didn't know what the problem was, but this odor I smelled near the freezer. And I kept smelling it and it kept getting stronger and stronger. So finally, I just left my cart, went to the manager, and I was like, something's dead. And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. This odor wasn't here this morning. And I was like, well, something must have recently died or something. I don't know what's going on. Then this family comes around the corner, and this lady tells me that my mouth is too much for her children. And I
Mm.
said, well, there's an odor that's making my mouth do it. And her husband came along. Oh my God.
Here come the
When
smell.
I say I went off, and I was like, I don't know where y'all from, but we're in America now, and I'm gonna need y'all to go to the hygiene aisle because we don't do that over here. And she said that's their culture. Men have to smell like that, or the ladies like the way that smells because it smells like they do hard work. And I
Mm.
told her, over here we don't care how hard you work, but you gonna smell like Old Spice or something around here. We don't do that. So yeah, I left the cart. I wasn't interested in the food. I told the manager she gonna have to put everything back because that smell just turned me off. So I know
Mm-mm.
exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, I can't do them. I can't. Literally, I can like I don't want to say it, but like puke, like literally
Man,
from certain odors. If it's that bad, seriously, or even if
oh my
something
God.
look disgusting enough, if it looks sick enough, yo, I can't do it. That's why I don't like nothing nasty around
And
me. That's
like you
why
said about
this.
your friend, he must have put his arm around her because that armpit, ooh, girl,
Oh
sweat.
gosh, and that
It
be a lot of
sucks.
Africans, not to be weird or try to
And
be
that's
prejudiced
exactly
saying
what
nothing
the
against
family
them.
was.
I
That's
don't know
exactly what the
why
family
they
was.
do that.
I girl. And I told her, I said, that's not culture over here. That is not culture. Culture over here is hygiene.
But you
Get
know
some
what?
soap
Another
and water.
some of they it's something about certain foods that they cook as well.
That too.
It's a food that has a smell to it, and I think when they cook that food, the whole house and everybody and everything smell like it. Because I have smelt them cooking some food, and it has that odor as well.
My daughter said they smell like onions.
Oh my gosh, it's work. Oh yes, onions, rotted onions, and
She said
rotted
onions and
potatoes,
black
and
pepper.
oh my goodness.
It smell like onions and black pepper. She said, I know every time I smell that onions and black pepper, I know it's an African nearby.
Oh
I
my
said, girl,
gosh.
shut up.
Yeah, them and the what do you call it, the Arabs? They're the same way.
Hmm. And I don't ever know of any of my ancestors smelling like that. I don't ever remember anything of my ancestors calling that stuff you tradition. Tradition was you get in that tub, fill it up with water, wash your body, and don't you dare come out smelling like BO. You better smell like you just took a bath.
I know my son, they had that same thing Gabriel just said. Patrick. Patrick just said that they had to pull him in. That it was a guy at his job that was like that. Everybody, nobody want to work by him. They had to, you had the machine and like one person down here, you could smell him from way down there. Nobody wanted to work with the dude or whatever. They had to literally fire the dude. That's crazy. Behind BO. Like
Man,
seriously.
and that's bad. That's bad.
Hygiene, but hygiene is very important. You have to be hygienic when it comes to keeping yourself on the right page all over your body, like your hair. People be having all that. I done seen people walking, they be having that dandruff shit flying all out there. It's like, come on, you can't have that shit flying all over the damn place.
Man, looking
That
like
that I mean,
pig
whether you
pen
have a
from Charlie
problem or not, you
Brown.
got to wash your hair every day. You got to do what you need to do. I don't care what it is. You can't have that shit flying all over the place. That be looking so disgusting, nasty. Be laying all on their shoulders, on the back of their shirt. Oh my god, that shit just be sick. And I don't understand how people can just do that and not care, and it is a not care. It might be extra work. Maybe it's a lot. They get tired of doing it. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
You gotta find some sort of solution. And my thing is, we had waterways and all that stuff here. When they came here, we taught them all that hygiene stuff. So of course they didn't know coming from over there about hygiene till they got here.
And shit, even getting here ain't help them. Recently, what was it, 2, 3 years ago? It was a big thing online where they was going around talking about they didn't know that people bathe every day. Do you remember? You remember that?
Man,
They had a whole big thing about it. The stars. I wish I could. I'm bad with names, but one particular star, the guy. Damn, what's his name? Somebody might remember. Anybody in the chat, please say it. They had a thing. This may have been 2 years ago. They were going around talking about. They were shocked that people were talking about bathing every day or something. They were saying they don't bathe every day. They just don't like. Uh, they didn't know how it was like normal that people bathe every day. But I don't know. That was kind of weird for
man.
me. I don't use
Mhm.
deodorant either, Furious, but you know what's funny? I don't get musty or smell. I don't have a smell. I don't have an odor. I don't use deodorant. Some people need to use it because they have a lot of hair. I've never been really hairy under my arms or like my legs and stuff. So I don't, I don't really have that issue. It's what you're eating. If you're eating the right foods, right, nobody really should have an odor. Like the
Right.
odor usually comes from certain foods and stuff that are coming out of your body. So what happens is when
Hmm.
you perspire, you sweat because I do sweat sometimes, but I don't get that odor. When you're
Right.
perspiring and you have certain things within your body, they're gonna come out in your pores. So that's what usually happens. Sometimes people having those issues.
Yeah,
But you can
that's
you could bathe a
absolutely
lot of
correct.
time, even with a person that have those issues. If you take baking soda, and wash with baking soda under your arms, just make sure you rinse it because it will burn the hell out you. It will literally burn your skin. But wash and rinse with baking soda. If you have that issue, you will not have an odor. I promise you.
Man, yeah,
Yep,
watch
you know,
what you
sweat what you
eat.
eat, sis.
Drink lots of water because your waste not only comes out your regular waste parts, but it comes out your skin too.
That's your pores, sis. All the pores.
Right,
That's from the head to toe. It'll
right.
come from anywhere. That's how the body odors do. That's why a lot of
Hmm.
times when people like drink and stuff, like people that have a alcoholic problem or whatever, they always have that smell because they always drinking and it's always coming out their pores. I don't care if they bathe, whatever they do. As soon as they start sweating, you're gonna smell it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What bothers me the most is people still using Johnson and Johnson. Why are you walking around here looking like floured up chicken in the
Girl,
summertime? That is so annoying. I cannot stand to see powder flowing from people's bodies in different parts. You got the nerve to wear a half shirt and you got flour down there. Like, don't do that. Stop. And flour coming all up out your bosom and everywhere. You got all this powder everywhere. Like, stop. That's I'm like, why?
why?
Like,
That's the
you didn't
same thing
see
too.
the
Yeah,
cancer
ladies, since you
causing
mentioned that.
agents.
The ones that have issues with that, ladies, with that, I've used the baking soda too, because sometimes you'll sweat if you're large bosom, you take a little baking soda, just wash in those areas up under your breast, between your breasts, rinse it, and same thing. You won't have any perspiration hardly or any type of odor. Because a lot of times people have odors that way too. I have a friend used to do that, and I had her do that with the lavender and baking soda. You can use lavender, put a little lavender in it, a little lavender oil in your baking soda, and just wash with it. You could do that under, put the lavender oil under your arms as well. Yeah, all that sweating. Sweating is good though too because what it does is it's pulling the stuff out your body, toxins, anything that should not be in your body, anything that's not good for you. The sweat actually pulls all those toxins out, so it's good to sweat. But you don't want to be sweating to pull toxins out. You don't want to put the damn toxins in you, or as little as possible. We're breathing them and all that throughout the day anyway. So you're gonna have some of this stuff, but just gotta be careful with the multitude of everything that you're pulling in, everything that you're drinking. Sodas. There's no reason anybody should be drinking a soda. A soda pop with nothing but sugar and that carbon stuff. Only time I drink a soda is like a ginger ale if I'm having an issue or like I have like a gas or something in my shoulders because sometimes that happens to me. I'll drink a little ginger ale and then pull it out. A sip or two is all it takes, and that's a damn shame that this that much bubbles in a sip or two. Like literally.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like seriously, I could
Stay
take like
away
two or
from
three swallows, and
caffeinated
that's all
drinks.
I need. It'll just bring it right out. So all that air and all of that stuff. So it's a lot of carbon and sugar and syrup and coloring, all those artificial colorings that are in soda. Soda is the worst, especially dark sodas. The colas,
Yeah.
the red sodas. The red sodas actually have bugs in them. They use I can't remember the bug. They use a bug for the red dye color. So you got to be really careful what you're putting in your body.
That is absolutely correct because it changes your life daily. So once you make that change, you'll see good changes.
Yeah. Yes, guys. So yeah, see, this is why I like doing
Grandest
my live. I'm
everybody in
in
the
a better
chat.
spirit. I was feeling a little. Um, I'm not gonna say low this morning. My energy wasn't great, but maybe because I'm just a little tired still. But I wasn't feeling that great. I had my little son. I had me a little quick brisk walk, and I was sitting up here on the balcony, and I did this little quick live just to open my mind and clear my mind, and it was good that I did so. I needed to. Got a little stuff to do early this morning. Sis, I'm gonna definitely hit you this afternoon. This is like serious and gotta handle this. Like I'm getting overwhelmed, and I think it's because I'm so tired too. When I'm tired, my mind
Hmm.
already gets a little flustered, you know, when I get
Yeah,
frustrated. And so when I'm tired, I'm more easily frustrated on top of it. You know, it's just a lot, but
yeah.
I'm gonna get it together. I'll be getting some rest soon. Have some peace
I'm
soon.
here. Just go ahead and contact me whenever you're ready. We'll get that taken care of.
All right, here go the birds coming back. These red birds. Ooh, it's a cardinal, a red robin. These birds are so beautiful in the morning. They just give you good energy watching just nature, y'all. A lot of times you just need to sit in nature sometimes. Go outside in your yard if you don't have a yard. I'm in an apartment complex, but fortunately I'm where this huge field is where all these trees it used to be a part forest, I believe, because this whole area I'm in used to be a forest at one time. So it's a lot of nature over in this area, so I get to sit here and watch the nature, hear the birds, and sometimes there's all type of stuff over here. Feel like I'm in a damn country. But yeah, it's edifying to the soul, when you're sitting with nature because it's a part of you. It helps to elevate your spirit. It helps to elevate you to the right frequency because now you're getting like all of nature. You're getting the air. A lot of times in the morning, the air is so different. I don't know if you guys notice people that go out early, the air is like totally different in the morning. When the sun is coming up and that energy is out and it's just protruding all over the planet, right? It is killing off so many things. So in the morning when you're getting that good sunrise, and you're getting a good true sun, you're actually beneficial with getting the right nature as well because now everything is balanced. The I'm sorry, y'all. See, I told you I can't even think right. I'm trying to get this out best way I can. Your the balance of nature and the balance of you because you are nature. They mesh, because the sun is purifying everything as it's purifying you and it's actually replenishing your body and removing certain toxins and things from you. It is actually doing the same thing with the air. It is doing the same thing. So this is a good time to get out, take some deep breaths, get you a good walk, make sure you're getting some sunbathing. Try and do it before 9 o'clock, and you should be great. So yeah, I just want to say that. Get ready to get out of here. I got to do a little bit of running, guys. And yeah, anything you want to say, sis, before we get out of here on that?
I just want to say peace and blessings to everyone in the chat. I can't see you guys, but it's good that you all showed up, and I'm happy to be able to speak to y'all today. Yes, sis, and just hit me up later so we can take care of that.
All right, babe. Appreciate you. Talk with you later.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. Peace, love, blessings. Y'all already know. Much love. If you haven't gotten out, y'all still have a little bit of time. Y'all got like an hour to get out there. Even if you at work, if you could take an early break, say, hey, I need a little break. I'm not feeling good. I just want to go get a little air. Go out there, get you like 5 minutes or something if you can. And yeah, go from there, guys. Just try to make sure you're taking care of yourself. You're, doing the beneficial things that you can, at least getting a great early start in the morning. We getting you some sun and some fresh air, so on and so forth, and getting your day going. And peace, love, and you already know I'm gonna try to do a live later. I got a couple of things I want to handle or get to based off of some of the last three lives I did to try and keep them kind of in the same timeline. So hopefully I'll be able to do that today. If not, I'll get with you guys possibly tomorrow morning for that information that I want to get to for you. And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully I'll have some rest and we won't be reading crazy. But yeah, everybody have a great day. Yeah, bird song. You heard it, bro. Sounding really beautiful. That's why I love sitting out here. Let me let y'all hear it on the way out real quick. They talking to us. They getting that sun. In the morning, if you guys know that you'll hear a lot of birds chirping because they're literally pulling in that energy. They're pulling all that energy into their feathers, and so they can just soar high. They do the same thing. They're sunbathing. They're getting all the energy and pulling it into them. It is so prevalent, guys. So, all right, guys, peace, love, blessings, and till later.